Hello, YouTube. Apologies for the delay on getting this up. So, there's some funny stories involving that, but we'll get to that. Because first, we gotta get to the meat of the ASMR for this video, which is the tapping. So, I'm gonna be starting out with something pretty basic. Box tapping. Specifically, the box for my studio light. Well, studio lights, but you know. Anywho, so my goal with this YouTube channel is to upload 2 videos a week that are gameplay oriented, at least, and then 1 ASMR video. Last week, though, I didn't get one up, but there's a reason for that. And no, this is not me making excuses. I'm going to be making up for missing last week by uploading 2 this weekend. So this one's coming out today, and then I'm recording another one tonight that I'll edit, and then I'll go up either Saturday or Sunday. So one of the lovely comments was saying that I would probably get a bit more viewership if I had a little bit of a better, like, video quality, like the webcam that I use to record. And I don't have a good way to hook my phone up, so I bought a new webcam. So that was a plan. Last week I didn't record because I was gonna wait for my new webcam to come in. Oh, that's really subtle. But I was gonna wait for my new webcam to come in. And then I was gonna record with HDMI, and have fun with that. But, idiot that I am, I accidentally I bought the exact same webcam I already had, not realizing. I just saw basically the price tag. I was like, oh, that's probably an upgrade. Forgetting that I bought my webcam when it was on sale. So I bought the exact same webcam, so I had to send that back and get a new one, which arrived today. But I just wanted to get this recorded. I didn't want to worry about getting it set up, or worse yet, I didn't use the fact that I didn't have my new webcam set up as an excuse to not record. I just really wanted to record and didn't want to let anything hold me back from that. So yeah. So that came today. But I was gonna record on Wednesday because I found out on Tuesday that I rebought the exact same stuff, so I was gonna record. But I have chronic dry eye, which on the surface doesn't sound like that big of a deal. Like, oh, your eyes get dry, whatever. Just use eye drops, which, to be fair, I do use. But the issue with it comes from the fact that, oh yeah, let's get pretty intimate with this story. Anyways, the issue comes from the fact that when I'm sleeping, or when anyone sleeps, you'll naturally build up gunk under your eyelid, and it is the job of the liquid that's in your eye, or rather, that your eye is in, essentially, to cause that gunk buildup to drain down to your tear ducts. However, because of my dry eye, sometimes when I'm sleeping, my eye on the inside gets dry, so the gunk that builds up doesn't get a chance to be drained, and after several hours, it will harden and stick to my eyelid, and then when I open my eye, it'll scrape across it and basically cut my eye. So just tried to power through it, take enough pain meds where I could function normally and be at my computer. And the day I had my eye problems, I had a whole day where I was just trying to function normally. But what ended up happening was that made it 10 times worse, because normally I'll just rest for a couple days and then my eye will be usable on like the end of the second day, beginning of the third day, and then fully healed, because it'll still kind of feel irritated. Like even right now, it still feels irritated, but isn't physically hurt, and it's not fuzzy like my vision in that eye, so it's almost back to normal. But when I did that, where I used my eye the whole day, it ended up really, really messing up the healing process, and it was probably about 10 days before my eye got better, which immediately afterwards, like the following day, I woke up feeling even worse than I did the day before. So then I was like, alright, well, that didn't work. So then I went back to resting. But it wasn't as simple as just, alright, well, I wasted a day. No, I caused more damage to my eye using it as much as I did. And I had to rest for like 4 days. It was a terrible thing. So, yeah. On Wednesday that happened, so I wasn't able to record yesterday or Wednesday. So I finally got home for work, and I'm still in my work clothes. Like, still wearing my work uniform. I just really wanted to record as soon as I got home and make sure I didn't have any excuses, because I was still feeling energetic, and I know if I got comfy, I might not have recorded. So, but that's enough of this item. On to the next item. So, as of right now, this is probably my fate item. Yeah, that was horribly unseated, which, funnily enough, now that I mentioned that, I have noticed I need to do that better. When I'm recording, I've noticed there are a lot of times where, like, I didn't even know what I said when I'm editing my video. And so if I don't know what I said, I don't know how you guys are supposed to know. So I'm trying to work on enunciating and just speaking just a little bit slower to ensure that I am properly communicating. But as I was saying before that tangent, I think this is probably my favorite item I have so far. I've been experimenting a lot with different items at work and at home, but none of them, aside from that box, which I think was okay. It's like maybe like a 7, 6 out of 10 item, something like that. Whereas this is like an 8 or a 9 to me. The only real downside to this item for me is it's a little unwieldy, so it can be hard to consistently tap without having the need, like feeling a physical and even like psychological need to readjust my position on it. So yeah, but as far as sound goes, this is one of my favorites that I have, so I'm gonna use it like every video basically, except for the next one. Well, either the next one or the one after that. I'm finishing up the plans for my roleplay video I want to do, and the boxing glove would not fit into the roleplay at all. I mean, I could like really shoehorn it in, but it just, no, I don't want to do that. I could make up some random lore for the glove or something to make it work, but no. I want it to be kind of, oh, you know what, it's pretty nice. I'm just gonna show you for a second. Just to show. I'm resting it on my chin, and I'm getting right up to the mic, and just whispering and tapping. roleplay video that I'm working on. I will not be tapping on this. Hopefully that doesn't deter you from wanting to watch it. I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be kind of like a mini project of mine in that, like, yeah, it's not as big of a deal as, like, you know, one of Markiplier's projects or something. But for me, I really want to use it to try to, like, work on my editing skills as well as my creativity, because all of these have just basically just been me tapping, which I love doing, but isn't demanding much of me. Like, anybody could tap like this if they really wanted to and record it. So, yeah, look forward to that. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna upload this weekend or not. Depends on my time. But yeah, once the, like, middle to late fall and early winter seasons come along, I'll probably have a lot more time to do more advanced projects and stuff. Like, I'm a little ashamed of myself because my channel description has me talking about doing music and video essays and stuff in the description, because that's stuff I legitimately really want to do, but it's just so busy throughout the week, man. Like, I'm just so exhausted after work, and the weekend comes, and it's a lot of work for me to build up the motivation to try to do something that big, because one of my video essays I want to do is on a game called The Last Remnant, and that's gonna be like, let's see, I'm still been writing the script, and the script alone has taken me a long time, and I want to record and do kind of like what I did with the Killer Clowns game, where I record relevant gameplay of the points I'm talking about, and have all the stuff I record be mine to avoid copyright. At least, I don't know, I think that's how that would work. Maybe I could just use clips from the game, I don't know. I don't fully know how the copyright stuff goes, but I really want to do that. I just don't have the time or the energy at the moment, because that's going to be probably at least like 12 hours of editing, cutting together the clips, the audio, editing the footage, recording. Like, it's going to be a long project. Like I said, probably like 12 hours of just editing. And admittedly, if I was like an expert at this, it'd probably take me like maybe 3 or 4 hours to edit. But I'm not, so I gotta learn while I'm going. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to do covers of songs, because again, I just kind of want this to be a hub for my passions, you know. I think when you're passionate about something, you're much more likely to make higher quality content for it, because you're putting a lot more of yourself into it. You're much more motivated to work on it, and it's more exciting. So I think, like, that's why I want to do that. I just want to make as much content that I'm passionate about, you know. Don't want it to just feel like a task I have to do for YouTube, you know. I want this to remain fun like it has been. So yeah, a little insight into the YouTube background for me. So about how all this is going. Let's do a little bit more tapping for maybe another minute or so on this item, and then we'll go on to the next one. this is just with the thumbs. Now, on to the next item. Another classic. Kind of smells a little bit though, like a warehouse. I hope my mic is picking this up properly. I had to reset it recently. It's hard to tell if it's back to normal or not. It sounds okay. It's hard to say for certain. It's hard to say for certain. There you go. Enunciate, 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 enunciate. Speak clearly. Capitalize on diction. Just some really gentle tapping. Oh, so gentle. Oh, so soft. On this side. Now, on the other side. I do want to get a 3D microphone. One of those microphones with the ears. Do some ear to ear whispering and massaging. But for now, that's a bit out of my budget. I've already been spending a lot of my free money on this stuff for fun. But yeah. For now, I think this is still pretty dang good. So, yeah. So, how's life been treating you? It's been mostly good for me. Part of it, I've started meditating on the way to work. So, this is definitely unique for my circumstance. But I carpool to work every day with my brother, who lives close by. So, he drives, and it's a fairly long drive, so I've begun meditating in the mornings using an app for guided meditation. And it's weird. Even though it doesn't feel like I'm actually doing anything, I've noticed that this whole last week, after attempting meditation on the car ride to work, I was more present in the moment all day at work, just generally happier. And it could be coincidence, Could be placebo, or it could be that just meditating a bit at the start of the day helps improve your whole day. I don't know. Because again, when I'm doing the meditation, my thoughts are constantly wandering, and I have to focus to rein them in. But, yeah. I've just noticed that, so I thought that was interesting. So, I will continue doing it, and I'll let you know the results. One of the funny things, though, is the app I'm using gives you a 2-week free trial. But then, it's got a 30-day, quote-unquote, course for learning meditation. Which, of course, is, oh, well, you're halfway through this course, but now your trial is up. But you can, listen to them whenever you want. So I'm listening to 2 of them a day in the car ride, because they're each about 10 minutes. So, and they usually have, some commentaries as well about, what is meditating? What are the benefits of it? What makes this app different? Yada yada yada. So I'm already on day 9, even though I started this week on Monday. So yeah. So if you've been having just a lot of stress, you're not happy with your mood or your focus levels, or just want to try something new, I highly recommend meditating. And it's probably best to use an app, to be honest, because I tried meditating before, just on my own, after reading some stuff, but having an app with a soothing voice, just gently nudging you in the direction you need to meditate, makes it much easier to do it properly. And again, even though I am undoubtedly messing up in my meditations, I'm still feeling benefits from it. So I'd say you should give it a try. So, anyhow, on to the next item. Alright, next we have this little box that is left over from one of the YouTube items, from my computer I bought. But does a pretty dang good job in the sound department. The only issue is it's a little hard to hold, but otherwise it's pretty good. So, for this later half of the video, rather than talking about my day, talking about my life, I'm gonna try to give a little bit of an idea of what my meditations have been like. And in the future, I'll probably do a full-on meditation video. But what I want you to do right now is close your eyes, if they're not already closed. I want you to inhale for 3 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds. Then exhale for 3 seconds. In for 3. Hold. And exhale. And then wait for 3 seconds before you inhale again. They call it square breathing, where you're doing in even intervals between breathing and breaking. And that's just the first part of it. So, now that you're breathing in square, in for 3, hold for 3, out for 3, hold for 3, in for 3. And if 3 seconds is uncomfortable for you, you can do 2, or even 4, or 5. It's really based on your comfort level. But I want you to focus on square breathing right now. Hold. Exhale. But next time you begin inhaling, I want you to focus on the sensation of breathing itself. Focus on the part of your body where you feel the sensation of breathing the strongest. Might be the tip of your nose, your throat, your chest, your diaphragm, and your lower abdomen. Whatever area you feel strongest as you're breathing, whatever has the most easy to focus on physical response. I want you to continue square breathing. And focus on that point. Notice how your body, how that part reacts to each step of the process that you breathe in. Does your nose tingle, or your stomach and diaphragm feel inflated as you hold it? How does it feel? And as you exhale, what's that sensation? Really focus on the feeling. And keep doing it. In, hold, out, hold. And weirdly enough, even though, like I mentioned, it doesn't really feel like anything's happening. You're just breathing. But the act of focusing on something so mundane and being fully present mentally in this moment, I think that's where the benefits of meditation start to come from. Because as your mind focuses on something so mundane as breathing and truly understands, truly takes in every aspect of it, it then becomes easier for your brain to do that for more complex things. Your brain seems to be much more present in the moment when you do that. And I think that's why, at least that's my current theory, I haven't gotten far enough in the meditation to know the for a certain answer, but it's kind of cool. So, not only that, but with access to phones and YouTube, our computers and TVs, everything we have. It's so easy for us to find things to hold our attention. You know, scrolling through social media, going from video to video on YouTube, playing video games, watching our favorite shows or movies, especially ones we've already seen. Even when we're on the toilet, you know, we're spending so much time feeding our mind things to distract us that it never really has time to decompress, to process thoughts and emotions. And so, I think that's another big part of it, is that by doing that, by calming ourselves and focusing inward, it gives us a chance to process everything that's been happening to us. So, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this item. And for the meditation and talking part of the video, I think to close the video out, we're gonna do no talking, just tapping. So, I'm gonna say the outro now, but this isn't the last section. But thank you so much for watching. My apologies for the lateness and lack of last video's ASMR, or last week's ASMR video. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've been enjoying your life. And until next time, stay healthy. just the same.